Well, thank you for watching this Prezi presentation about my cool teaching experience. And I do mean cool as in hip, and I do mean cool as in temperature. So let's have a look at where I've been, and let's start off with the coldest place I've been. Now, how many people do you actually know that get a chance to go to Canadian Arctic? Yeah, lucky me, I got to go there. I visited Nunavut in May 1999. It was a 10-day field trip. You don't really get much colder than that. I was chosen from a pool of about 7 female teachers. The geography department needed a female to go with them. And I said, hey, look, I have a snowmobile license, a hunting license, a fishing license. I should get to go to the north. I was raised in Northern Ontario. Pick me, and they did. And I was very excited. Look at the size of this fish. It was on the snow just for minutes, and it was frozen because it was minus 46. Very, very cold. So I would always have to clarify that I lived in London, Ontario when I was teaching abroad. Most people just assume London was London, England, and I'd say London, Ontario. So I spent 95 to 2000 there. I actually graduated from Western and was lucky enough to get hired by Thames Ford right away to do summer school, which I did for 4 years in a row. Here's a picture of me teaching at South Secondary back in the day when we did not have smart boards and all of the wonderful technology that went with it. And I loved coaching. I did the boys volleyball, coached them for 3 years in a row, and we actually got the silver medal at city finals. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with London, it is in a snow belt, and I just remember how much shoveling I had to do. Average winter temperatures are about minus 10, which was a lot warmer than the minus 20 that I grew up with in northwestern Ontario. The courses that I taught were pretty much every computer class. I did the grade 11 and the OAC computer programming back in the days when we had OAC. I did keyboarding, I did applications courses, website design courses, and then on the business side, accounting and marketing, and I even did some design and technology. So I basically did whatever I needed to do. Then I decided, well, we've got this great big world out there. Let's go see some of it. And took a leave of absence and went to a job fair, got an offer on the Mediterranean. Sweet. So my first post was in Alexandria, Egypt, at the American School of Alexandria. And it was a culture shock, which I loved and I embraced. And it was hot. Here's a picture of me in the Giza pyramids, about positive 30 for a lot of the time. Loved the heat, loved it, loved Egypt. I also met my South African husband in Egypt, so Egypt will always have a very special place in my heart. I taught all the computer classes that they had up into grade 10 at the time, had to write all my own curriculum materials for all the grades. I also introduced the grade 11 and 12 computer programming and really just developed a whole K-12 computer curriculum for that school. Went to another job fair, got multiple offers, chose Germany. So as newlyweds, my husband and I decided we wanted to have fun in Europe. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Oh, I had to learn a little German to live there, and just loved working at the Frankfurt International School. Got to travel all over Germany and Europe. And the temperatures were great. The average winter was about 2 degrees. Here I am in the south down in Bavaria in Neuschwanstein Castle. Great opportunities, and one of the best things that Frankfurt provided was training and experience in teaching the International Baccalaureate program. So I taught the diploma program, business and management. I also taught a grade 10 business and economics course there, and I actually implemented an entire grade 6, 7, 8, 9 computer studies curriculum. They actually didn't have one before I got there, and I mapped it all out and created them what needs to be taught in each grade of 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, after 2 years in Germany, my husband said, "Don't you want to move to Cape Town?" I said, oh, twist my arm. Cape Town is so beautiful. The locals call it lekker. So, lucky for me, a new school that had only been in operation about 3 years needed a computer expert to come on board. So here we go again. I developed all the curriculum again for grades 1 through to high school. If you haven't been to Cape Town, it is probably one of the prettiest cities in the world, with Table Mountain there in the background you see, and 2 oceans. The school will always hold a very special place in my heart, having spent 3 years there. So yeah, I taught and wrote all the computer curriculum, introduced an applications course in high school, a website design course, created a business studies course for them, and I also held the vice principal post between 2005-2006, which has given me some administration experience, which I just loved. So, as you can see, I have 12 years of teaching experience, 5 in Canada, 7 abroad, in 4 very different countries in temperature and culture. And I'm at the point in my life now where I am eagerly looking for an opportunity to get back into a Canadian classroom. Thank you so much for watching.